Hey everyone, welcome back to my studio. I'm going to be doing some experimenting today, but before I do that, I'm going to do the drawing for the giveaway, 1,000 subscriber giveaway. I don't know if any of you noticed in my comments, but I only had 6 people enter that contest, which kind of surprised me, but that's fine. Maybe you guys don't need paintings or trivets or, you know, whatever. So, I have 6 names, and I decided just to go ahead with those 6 names. And so everybody who entered is going to get a prize. I'll add to it. So, I have 6 names in the bucket. So, good luck to you guys on what you end up getting. If I draw the last person was for the paint, and you're not an artist, then I will substitute something else for that. All right? Oops, I just threw 2 names out of the bucket. Okay, so let's give it a good shake. We're going to go from 1 to 5, so the grand prize will be the first name I draw. All right, so who is that going to be? That is going to be Anna Schaefer. Anna Schaefer. Hopefully, is that upside down? Anyhow, Anna Schaefer, you win grand prize. First prize. So you get a choice of anything on my wall that I showed you. If you want a closer up view, email me at Kristinsoriginals@gmail.com. I will put that in the description link. It's always in the description link. But email me there with your information, and we'll talk about which one you want, and I'll send you some pictures. Okay? So second prize is going to be anything off the wall, smaller. So not the big, the 10 by 20s or the 16 by 20s or the 16-inch round. Anything else of the smaller versions, you can have your choice of those. Okay. So that name will be, who's it going to be? Jamie Taylor. Jamie, you won the second prize. So there you go. All right, third prize is going to be a trivet, an 8-inch trivet of either what I have, so I'll send you pictures of that, or I'll do a custom one for you of any kind of style that I do in your colors. So that's completely up to you. All right, so this is for the trivet. Got a name. It's so weird because there's only 4 or 5 now. Okay, Michelle Schmidt, who happens to be a client of mine, so that's exciting. So she will get, and I think I already know what she wants because we already talked about one for her. She likes the hydrangeas. All right. So we've got 3 names left. The next prize is going to be a trinket box. And you'll have your choice of three of those. So whoever wins that one, I'll send you the pictures of those. All right, that one is going to Karen Butler. Karen is a friend of mine from high school. So congratulations, Karen, you got the trinket box. All right, 2 names left. One of them is going to be a set of coasters, and then the final one will be the paint. So let's see who's left. All right, so this will be for a set of coasters. Any colors you want, just let me know, and I'll make you a set. I can do flowers. I can do just regular flip cup with silicone, with cells, whatever you want. You just let me know. Blooms, I can do blooms. All right, and that set of coasters is going to go to, Disney 918, which is a client of mine, Christy, and her daughter, Allie. And Allie is a pourer. She does pours also. I got her started on that. So they win the coasters. All right, so the final person, I think I know who the final person is. Yep, and she's going to hopefully appreciate the paint that she's going to get. So the paint is going to Shelly Anderson. Shelly, congratulations. You're getting a tub of the Deco Art 14 karat gold, and my favorite, well, I have two, but this one is the blue-green, iridescent blue-green pebeo. So I will get those sent off to you. Everybody who won, again, please email me at read.kristen. I'm sorry, that's my other email. Kristinsoriginals, Kristins, originals with an S, at gmail.com. And again, it's in my drop-down description box. I'll need your mailing address, and I will need your choice that you want to do. All right, guys, let's get on with today's video. I'm going to pause you real quick because, actually, I'm going to stop the video because I want this intro to be separate, because if the painting doesn't come out, I want to be able to do another one and just attach it. So, congratulations, guys. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. I'm going to do a little bit of mad experimenting today. I should call this my lab because I love to play and experiment, and I like to watch videos, and then I get ideas, but then I like to tweak them a little bit to like what I would want. So this one I just came up with driving in the car to work. I do that a lot. I wanted to experiment a little bit with my watercolor background. So, you know what? I just realized, hold on a minute. I just realized I don't have any lights on, so it's probably pretty dark. So let me get some lights on the subject. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I'm a little discombobulated today. I don't know, some of you may have seen on the Facebook pages, my father passed away from COVID last Saturday, unexpectedly. You know, he was 81 years old, but he was in pretty good health, so it was kind of a surprise to all of us. He had been in the hospital for a couple weeks. So we lost him, and that was very sad. It's been a hard week for me. That's why last week's video was no talking. I just couldn't do it. So, and then on top of that, we got a new puppy, a little yellow lab. So she is a lot of work, and but she's bringing me a lot of joy right now, which I need. So anyhow, sorry about not being totally prepared today, but we'll get on with it here. So I am using my Color Place semi-gloss paint that I get at Walmart in white. And I've added a little bit of water to it just to thin it down a little bit. I'm going to make a puddle, and then I'm going to put a little bit around the edges. I just shook it up so it's pretty bubbly. All right. I think that's good. All right, let's get some of these bubbles out. I have to tell you guys, I bought this torch on Amazon. I've had two of them. The first one doesn't work very well anymore, but I used it for over a year. So this is just, you can't really see much of it, but I got it on Amazon. It was about $12.99, and it's a really good little torch. It has, again, you can't see it because I have plastic wrap on it from resining, but it has a flame adjustment on it, so you can go up or down on it. All right, so what I have mixed here is my Amsterdam lamp or black oxide, and I've mixed it with the Australian Floetrol, but you could also do this with just regular Floetrol, either way. So what I'm going to do is put down a line of black. So to begin with, this is just going to be a black and white swipe. And then the experimenting comes in. So I've got my line down. I'm just going to use my playing cards for my swipe tool. So I'm holding on the ends. I just hold it on the ends and then lay it down and pull that paint over that white. And Cell Mania. You can be right up against the next swipe, or you can leave a little bit of a gap in between. Either way it works. And I'm just wiping after each swipe. Take that paint off. Whoops, I let go of my card. All right, so what is going to happen next is I'm going to let this dry. And then I'll come back probably in a couple days. We do live in Arizona, so things here dry pretty quickly. I don't know how well you're able to see the cells, but I will bring you down for a close-up. And I'm going to flip this around because I like to swipe down. Okay, I'm going to give you a little bit of a close-up of that. All right. And then I'm going to get a new card and start on the other side. I'm running out of room to wipe my card off, so get some paper towels down. All right. And I don't know yet if I'm going to use my regular watercolors on this or if I'm going to water down some acrylic paint to like watercolor consistency, but I might try a mixture of both just to see what works better. I'm going to stretch this out a little bit because it doesn't work very well if you don't get enough of that paint off the canvas. It doesn't dry well. So I just love the magic of the cells when you swipe them. Over this white house paint. Just like magic. I'm having trouble. My gloves, gloves are too big. But you know what? I found out that I like them big because I can take them off and reuse them. All right. I think I'm going to go in. I'm going to add some paint to my card just on the end. You can see that. And just get some of these bigger areas. Just gives a little bit of more a little bit more dimension. And I'm going to see what this looks like when it's dry, as far as, you know, it might look like trees, so I might make it into trees. Might look like landscape, so we might do that. It might just be purely abstract, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's the magic of it all. Let's do a few on this side. It kind of looks cool just with the black and white, but I definitely want to play around with adding some color to it later. Just to see. I spent a lot of years doing watercolor painting, and water media is what I called it. So it was just kind of playing around with watercolors and acrylics and watering them down. It was before this whole craze took off. Just playing around with stuff, and so this is kind of will be kind of a mixture of the two mediums and two techniques. So let's stretch this out a little bit. Get some of this paint off of here. I just moved it around a little bit to get it moving all together. I'm going to stretch out those cells, and I want to get some of the paint off of the canvas. I think this would look cool too with like a Payne's gray or a Prussian blue. Would look really pretty. So I might experiment with that too if I like the results. This could kind of look like a cliff or boulders too. When we're done, we'll see. I want to leave it tilted, you know, not in the middle of the canvas. So we're going to go with the 2/3 rule, where it looks nicer to your eye if it's not directly in the center of the canvas. If you're going to do directly in the center of a canvas, you really should have symmetry. So it should be balanced and be symmetrical if you're going to do that. So just leaving it a little bit off balance is nice. Oh, okay. I like it right where it is. I'm hoping I got enough paint off that it'll dry nice. And I can already start seeing some of where I'm going to add the watercolor in there. Or the acrylic paint, whichever I decide to use. So that's it for now. We're going to let that dry. And see what we get when it's completely dry, and we'll add some other color to it. All right, guys, I'll see you on the next little bit after this dries. Hey guys, I'm back. I laid down another base. I'm going to swipe again just so I have two to choose from. And I felt like my cell activator was too thin on the last one. So I'll see. I thickened it up a little bit. And let's see if it makes a difference. I'm going to go up a little bit higher too this time. Start up higher so I'm not right in the middle of the painting. So, okay, we're going to go with the cards. Same thing. I don't know if this will make a difference or not, but we'll see. Going in with a little bit of the black on little card. Just swiping on some of those in between. I don't mind a few of them. They add some interest, especially when I get to adding the other colors in. So a few of them is fine. All right, a little bit of this cell activator on the card. Okay. Just popping some air bubbles and opening up some more cells in that black. Yeah, I think this one's going to be the better one. There's more black and there's more, the cells are better. Let some of that base run off. Flip it around. Come back down. Just stretching those cells out. And go back up to the top third. All right. And I go back down one more time. Stop just before the center. I'm going to run off the side a little bit. Okay. All right, there you go. Give you a little bit of a close-up there. And we'll see how this one dries, and then we'll choose between the two. But I think this one's going to be better because there's more black already on it, which I like. Let's see. I got a little bit cockeyed there. Nope. Back this way. Sometimes it's opposite of what you think it should be. Maybe I want to go back down. Maybe I'll take it back down to that end. Because I like what these cells are doing on this end with the stretching out. All right, guys, we'll see. Hi, guys. These are the dried pictures paintings that I did the other day, and dried pretty well. So you can see all those cells we've got going on there. And then there's this one, was the second one I did, because I wanted to have two to choose from. So pretty cool. So what I'm going to be experimenting with today, and these are strictly experiments, so I'm not worried if they don't come out exactly the way I wanted them to, but what I've done is taken my acrylics that I have in the bottles, and I've watered them down. Pretty fluid consistency. I think I might want to, actually that one needs a little bit more. What I'm using is my Floetrol and water mixture. These have dried for 2 days now. I did add some iridescent medium from Artist Loft. They are discontinuing this, so if you have a Michaels near you, they're $1 a tube right now if you want to go grab some. And this just gives a nice sparkly to your paint. So you can add it to any paint and it gives you just a real nice sparkle. All right, so I have, this is a mixture of alizarin crimson and medium magenta. I have a pebeo blue green that I added some aqua to. I don't know why I just didn't use the green blue to begin with, but I didn't. All right, this is a Arteza Gold. And this one is my Dioxazine Purple Prism Violet mixture. Lots of iridescent in there because I added even more. And then this is a mixture of my Artist Loft Flow Blue with some black added. And then again, the iridescent medium. So it's a really pretty deep teal color. So what I'm doing is I have some paint brushes here, some smaller size paint brushes, and I'm going to be filling in these cell areas with color. And I'm hoping that I've watered it down enough that it's going to be kind of transparent. I think most of these are semi-transparent colors. So let's just go in and see what we get. I can already tell I'm going to need my glasses. So this was my idea, was just to go in and play around with filling in these cell areas with paint. And I wanted to kind of give it a watercolor look. So I'm putting in a couple different colors here. And just let them kind of run together. Give it a kind of organic feel to it. I stuck my finger in right there. Not too bright. I don't think I can get you guys down any closer, but so that was the first one I just filled in there. And I'm going to get some nice, moving around in there. I'm going to add a little bit of water because I want it to really be watercolory, if that's even a word. Just going to dab a little bit with my paper towel. You can get some really cool effects with paper towels. Just picking up some of that color. All right. So just going to continue. I like those two colors together. Just going to add some of that back in there. So you could see how this could be. It's almost like, paint by number kind of thing. Really fun just to play around with your cells and your designs. Just going to drop in some gold there. Don't really know where I'm going with this, but just playing around. When you're doing watercolor, it's good to let the one area dry before you go into the one next to it. That way it doesn't spread into that, unless you want it to spread, but I don't in this case, so better just to let it dry. And then you can always go back once it's dry and do the cell next to it. So you can see my gold is pretty transparent. I'm getting some I'm able to see the color, or the black and white underneath it. So that's kind of cool. I was going to do this with my watercolor set, but I think I decided that it was old and I wasn't going to use it anymore, so I got rid of it. So I'm just going in and dabbing out some of that paint just to give it a little bit of texture in there. I think I'm gonna mix up a few more colors too as I go. I'm not gonna do this whole thing. You guys can see it finished. I'll post some pictures of it finished, but I just wanted to get it started for you so you can kind of see. Going to dab in some little gold in there. I think I want to keep this one really organic and organic and kind of abstract. So yeah, it's working pretty much like I thought it would work. So I'm just going to keep going with it. And see what I get. You can also, it's a little watercolor trick, you can add alcohol, just straight alcohol into areas, and it will create designs in that. I'm trying to see, do I have some alcohol? I do. How good you'll be able to see with the having trouble finishing my thoughts today. I don't know how good you'll be able to see with or what it will do on the gold, because the gold is kind of lighter. But I'm just going to take my brush in my alcohol and just kind of dab it in there. And it'll give you some cool effects too. Yeah, it's not really showing up all that much. It did push it out of the way, but you can't really see it. All right, guys. I'm going to put you on pause because I want to mix up a few more colors. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I mixed up some raw umber, some red ochre, and some copper, because I decided those would look really pretty with the other colors I'm using. So I'm just going to drop in some of this copper. Yeah, that looks really pretty. And let's go with some of this raw umber in here. And just soften the edge of that with a little bit of water. And you can divide up, you know, like this piece here where it's got three or four different sections. You could do each one a different color, or you can just do the whole thing. Completely up to you. Let's go with some of this red ochre. I really kind of like this one right here that I did that's got it's got some of that magenta mixture I threw in there. And I think these would work better if you were doing real watercolors, because you're going to get more of that transparent look through. And they blend a little bit better too with each other. But these are doing all right. Go with a little bit of that copper. I'm of the belief, use what you have, so that is what I have right now. So that's what I'm going to use. Puppy is sleeping, by the way. That's why I'm in here. I have to do these things when she naps. Otherwise, she wants to eat everything in here in my studio that's on the floor. And that's just not good. I really like that mixture that I got with the gold. When I added it to this turquoise, it turned it kind of a greenish, a light green. That's really pretty. And I don't know if you can see, I'll definitely do a close-up on this when I'm done, but the colors, when you leave them nice and wet like that, nice and juicy, they just kind of do their thing. And I am doing some right next to each other because the black seems to be holding those colors in. I was thinking about doing like these stripes here, color, you know, making those colors. But I'm not sure if I want to do that or if I just want to leave like the middle colors and then leave the black and white on the edges. Not sure yet. Let's go with some copper. I also try to mix up the color schemes when I'm doing stuff like this. You can go with the same color next to it, but I just like to mix it up. Let the colors bounce off of each other. All right, I'm going to put this on fast motion so you guys can watch me work, and I'm just going to keep working on it. All right, guys, I did a little bit more work on this one. Give you a close-up here. So you're definitely going to see those when I resin them. That gold, copper, iridescent, all those are going to show up much better. So I'm definitely going to go back in. There's some really great parts of the black and white part. Where is that one part? Oh, it's down here. That is just really cool. Try and get it without the shadow on it. Sorry. Really cool cells in there. So that's that one. And then I started on this one. And I think this one's going to be more of like cactus flowers. So I'm going to do, you know, one there, one on the end. And then all this bottom is going to be greens. And then I'm going to do like a gray blue for the background, keeping those lines in there. So it'll just be like a wash of color. All right, so that is the end of that video. Hope you guys liked that. I'll definitely be doing some more of these because I think they're really cool, and I think bigger, they'll look really awesome. So you guys take care. I hope you have a great week. I will see you next Tuesday or Wednesday I'm kind of bleeding into Wednesdays now. Please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And hit that little bell down there to get my notifications of my next video. And then you won't miss any of my videos. So I'll talk to you guys next week. Have a great one.